So on Good Friday, I thought I would share the story with you about my ex-girlfriend who was an atheist, and she was always like outright atheist, and she would always tell people that she was an atheist. But like because I'm practicing Catholic, not lapsed Catholic. I'm like ordinarily every church every single weekend. Try and observe as much of it as I can as is possible in daily life in the world at the moment. But I try and do as much as I can. But anyway, yeah. So she was atheist, right? And and there was this one Sunday, uh, and the Jehovah's came to the door and knocked on the door. The Jehovah's Witnesses, and she opened the door, and they tried to get her talking. And then as soon as she said that she was an atheist, it was like a red rag to a bull. And so, like, the cat came along and she picked up the cat and she was like, and the Jehovah's Witnesses was like, do you not see God when you look in the eyes of your cat? Do you not see God in your household? Do you not see God in the beauty that is all around you? And they must have been going on for a good hour. And I'm just sat there, like, in the front room. I'm not saying anything, not intervening, not doing anything at all. Just keeping quiet, right? And she was just getting more and more stressed, and she didn't want to shut the door. She was generally a nice person. She wasn't a bad person, but like she was just getting more and more and more stressed with like the Jehovah's like just not taking no for an answer, and she was just uh, and all of this just because she said that she was an atheist. So they were trying to convince her that God existed. Um, and then the next week, uh, the Jehovah's came round, knocked at the door again, and she said, and I went to answer it this time, and they said, "Oh, would you like a copy of the Watchtower?" And I said, "I'm sorry, this is a Catholic household." And they were like, "Oh, okay, not to worry, have a nice day." And so with that, the door shut, and the conversation was over. And then, right, uh, the next weekend, the next Sunday, the Jehovah's came round again, and my ardent atheist, never religious, thinks anyone who's religious is stupid. My ardent atheist girlfriend uh, got up, answered the door, and when she realised it was the Jehovah's, they said, "Oh, we were wondering if we could like talk to you about our religion, whatever." And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm Catholic." And they were like, "Oh, okay, no worries, have a nice day." And then she came back in, and I was like, "You liar, you absolute liar! Like, you'll stand by it, you'll stand by being an atheist until you realise that just the worst kind of person." I was ripping on her for ages about it. But yeah, no, like she did come to church and she did used to give it lip service, and it was always the idea that it was a Catholic household. We lived in a predominantly Irish Catholic area, so it's like, and when I say predominantly, I mean we had a social club across the road called Greyfriars, so it was a predominantly Irish Catholic area. So she did have that kind of get out, that part of Nottingham is very Catholic, but just the fact that she was just like that she would mock all religions and think that all religion was stupid, and yet when it worked in her favour, she was like right up there. Yep, I'm a Catholic. And do you know what? I've noticed other people do it when somebody tries to corner them on religion. They just say, "Oh, I'm Catholic." Issue done. Issue done. Nobody ever talks about it anymore. No more questions are asked because everything's set in stone. Then no reason to discuss it.